Unleash your inner artist.
Hey, I'm ChristopherJMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new here, and welcome. I'm glad you came by. We also have a special guest today. Can you guess who it is or who it might be? You can go ahead and show yourself. Hey sisters! So we have James Charles joining us today, in a sense. So I got this in yesterday actually, but by the time I finished doing whatever I was doing that was really important, I couldn't film this, and I really wanted to, so now I am. I also ordered a couple of other things with the palette, but some exciting news. I accidentally put 2 into my cart whenever I went to check out, and I realized that I got free shipping after I did check out, and I was like, why did I get free shipping? My order wasn't enough to get free shipping. Then I looked again and realized that I got 2 palettes on accident. So rather than calling them and canceling the second one, I figured, why not do a giveaway? Yay! So, I'm gonna be having my first giveaway. The terms will be in the description box below. If I remember correctly, like I already started to set it up some, but I didn't finish it all the way because I wanted to wait until I finished this video so I could link this video in the description. But you have to be a subscriber, of course, which there's not a problem with that because you're here already anyway. And follow me on Twitter, check out my Instagram, and retweet the tweet with this video in it. And the retweeting the tweet with this video in it will get you multiple entries. It's like a bonus entry, and that's what you can do every day if you want to do it every day. But you don't have to, just if you want to win, you can. That's the giveaway. And now, to open this big bad baby. I'm so, happy for him and proud of him. I started watching James Charles really not all that long ago, but he got a lot of subscribers very quickly. I probably started watching him around the time this palette was being talked about, like with him and Morphe, but it wasn't really all that long ago, it seems like. Maybe 6-ish months, maybe. I know that James on his video release was talking about not using concealer as a primer, so I made sure to keep my eyelids clean. But if you want to know the products that I used on my face, I'll leave what I used in the description box so you can kind of just pick out what you like from it. The most I have up there is concealer around my eyebrows to carve them out. I didn't go heavy or anything on them. And as a precaution, just in case, I'm gonna try and wipe off any extra concealer that might have gotten on my eyelid, just to be sure that there's no chance of anything messing with the formula of these pigments. Because I know a few are pressed pigments and the rest are eyeshadows. And I'm really excited about this as well because if you've been a loyal fan and subscriber of me, then you know that I use the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette all the time for any kind of colorful looks. So I'm excited that I have a new one that I can play with because this is gonna give me a lot of those colors. It's a Morphe palette. I mean, it's gonna be good. I think I'm gonna split this up into 2 videos. So I'll do one video that has the unboxing, the giveaway announcement, and the more neutral basic look. Then I'll do another video with kind of a more tutorial style where I'll do a little more of an intricate look, if that makes sense. Here she is in all her glory. Ooh, it's magnetic. That's awesome. It's so beautiful. And there we have the palette. Unleash your inner freaking artist. And then we have the little insert with all the shade names, which personally, I would really like the shade names on the palette itself because most of the time I don't ever keep these and I would much rather throw it away. But I can't really now because all the shade names are on it. That's okay though, because it's not gonna determine my happiness level on the palette. Now the other stuff that I ordered from Morphe, it was this little bundle pack. It came with the continuous setting mist. I'm really excited about this because I'm really gonna not having to keep pumping it over and over again and risk the chance of getting a big giant drop of water shooting out at you. And I got a Morphe sponge, which I don't know why I didn't open this and use this for this. I used my beauty blender instead, but Oh well. And I also got the Morphe Eyelid Primer Base in the shade Translucent. So I thought this would be a good idea to use on a Morphe palette. You'd figure whenever James was going through the testing of the colors that they were probably using their own products to do it with. Or who knows, they might have been using P. Louise. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it and just start by priming my eyes. I feel like I have enough on one eye already to cover both. I'm gonna set my base with the JH08. Ugh, I can hear my eyelid making wet noises. As soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna be ordering a mic and I'm gonna have an ASMR video because that looks like so much fun to film, or at least they're really fun to watch. P.S. I'm really sorry if my face makeup looks weird. I've been trying not to shave because I've been breaking out a lot, so I wanted to kind of give my skin a little bit of a break. And it's really hard to figure out foundation if you have a beard, because if you use liquid foundation on a beard, it gets all like... But I figured out a way around it. I'm just trying to figure out how to live with a beard without having pimples. You know? You probably don't know. But if you know, you know. You know, opening this palette and having it in front of me really does make me feel like an artist. Like a little easel right there in front of me. It's so nice. What do I want to do though? I'm not gonna get intricate. Not yet. Since I'm not getting intricate, we're probably gonna stay away from these and probably this one and this one. Thinking like halo eye. Maybe cut crease halo eye. Maybe. Although I don't know how a cut crease would work, because if you're supposed to use just an eyeshadow base, you can't cut the crease with a concealer. I guess I would just cut the crease with the eyeshadow base. That would probably make sense. Oh, hold it. I have a plan, I think. Alright, so starting out with our JH31, I'm gonna go into the shade Canvas. You know, I do wish these were labeled as to if they are a pressed pigment or if they're a shadow. Most of the time, you can pretty well assume based on the color what's going to be a pressed pigment, because pressed pigments are typically the primary colors, like an orange or a red or a green or a blue, but like a blue, a true blue. It's the truest form of the color. It's not like a purple blue. And I'm just taking canvas and putting that all over that base. I'm actually pretty much just setting my base with this. Next, I'm going to be using the JH32, and I'm going to go into the shade Mary right here. And I'm going to keep that kind of condensed down to the crease, but still blend it out. Oh wow. I'm not used to having pigment like that. I mean, I've even got another Morphe palette. It's the like fall palette, but I just haven't used it really. But it's full of browns too, and I don't really go with browns very often. Because typically when I'm recording a video, I'm playing with makeup. It's not like an everyday kind of style. I go hard, you know? I make it more like artistic usually with colors than I do like just how to do your everyday makeup. But I need to do one of those because I like those. Now I'm kind of placing this color where I want it to be the most intense first and then blending it out. I didn't start that way, but it seems like it's performing better when I do that. And now I'm going to go back in with the JH31, but I'm not going to add any more shadow to it. I'm just going to use the brush dirty like it was and just kind of blend out Mary with canvas. You know, I've also got to say, if there's ever a chance that James Charles, of all people, may end up watching this video, congratulations, because this palette is you. I feel like I literally have a piece of you with me. Not weird. Whenever I first saw you, that's what I saw. Like on your Instagram, or on his Instagram, because he's probably never gonna see this, he had so many creative looks. I was actually working for a wireless carrier at the time, and one of my coworkers showed me his Instagram, and from that moment on, I was obsessed. That was actually the very start to me loving makeup and really being introduced to the whole beauty community. And from that moment on, subscribing to every other beauty influencer's YouTube channel after that, it just kept going. And I love this world. I love this community. I had some problems of my own that maybe one day I'll discuss, and it was a really hard time, and that was around the time when I had discovered this community. And when I did, it was almost there for me in a way, and kind of carried me through. And now I'm in love with makeup and skincare and cosmetics and just the beauty industry in general. Back to blending. Enough of this sappy stuff. I wish I was ambidextrous. All I'm really doing now is just blending out the edges of Mary so that it's as smooth as possible between Mary and Canvas. Since I'm kind of using that almost as a transition shade, I still want it to be a smooth blend between the two. I'm just trying not to carry it up too far. I want it to be more Canvas on the top than I do Mary. I want Mary to be condensed a little bit deeper down into the crease. I've got to say, I am so very happy with this so far. I mean, I would have obviously said something is bad if it's bad. Okay, since I can literally blend for hours to try and get a seamless edge and symmetry, I'm gonna stop right here with these colors and move on to the next. You know what? I lied. I said that we were gonna stay out of the bottom section, but we're gonna go there. We are going to go into shade Escape, the deep purpley color, Escape. And I'm gonna be doing that with my JH33. So leave me a comment down below. Whenever you go into a palette with a brush and it's a new palette, are you a tapper or a scraper? Do you drag it on the color or do you tap it on the color? That really says a lot about you, I think. It says what kind of person you are. And I literally just want to put this in my crease and blend it up ever so slightly, like just into the Mary shade. I want to marry Mary with Escape. Hello, pigment. God. Honestly, if you're used to working with different eyeshadows than this, be careful because it's gonna put down the color where you put it down. That's so pretty. This is so exciting because it's got a lot of the colors that I use a lot, like frequently. And it's so exciting that I have a new palette for what I actually use. Now I want you to see, with having a dirty brush, just so you can have an idea of the color it puts down, that's just one time going into the pan with the purple. And then second time, and I feel like that's kind of a happy place to start being able to blend out. And now I'm gonna go back in with the JH32. It's the same brush that I used for the shade Mary. And I'm just gonna blend out the edges of the purple Escape. If you guys wanna know a little tip / trick that I use a lot, usually whenever I'm trying to blend colors together like this, is when I go in with a clean brush, usually, you'll start out blending and you'll have the shade that you used before on one side and then the shade that you just added on the other side. If you keep that the same all the way around, like you move the line with your eye as you move it, then you can maintain those edges a little bit better so it doesn't just mix all together if you're wanting to keep those edges a little bit. And that's something I wish I would have known a long time ago. Still thought I'd share, and just keep blending, just keep blending, just keep blending, 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 what do we do? So I want to hear from you guys. Ask and you shall receive. No, but really, I want to hear from you guys in the sense that I want to know what you guys might want to see, Give me some feedback, like leave me some comments. DM me on Twitter and Instagram, or leave me comments on Twitter and Instagram. Like let me know what you guys want. If you guys want to see tutorials with specific palettes or specific products, or if you just want to know my opinion on things, or if you want to see vloggy stuff. I do know that I want to have like a Q&A at some point. You guys just ask me some questions about me, my life, and I give you some answers. Okay, now that that's blended for days. Oh wow, that's really, really pretty. I really like picking like reddy orangey tones because my eyes are green, blue, hazily. So when I pick like the opposite color, it really makes them pop. So we've kind of taken like a pink, purple, lavender route. I am gonna cut the crease, but I'm not going to cut the full crease. I'm just gonna cut from the inner corner and make it fade out. That's probably gonna take me forever. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I will be right back.
1 hour later.
And we're back. I only did the half cut crease. I didn't really know for sure what to use to cut it. I didn't feel like I could use concealer. The concerns have been expressed not to use concealer. And I chose the Morphe base, which worked okay. I mean, they're cut, but it's a translucent base. So it wasn't very obvious to see as I was cutting it. It kind of made it hard to make the sharp line. But I think that whenever I do the colorful look, then I am going to use the NYX cream eyeshadow base because it's white and I'll really be able to see the line that I make whenever I use it. I'm going to go into the most iconic shade in this palette, or I think so anyway, into Flashback right here, because that essentially, in my opinion, is what made James Charles was Flashback Mary. No, maybe not. Maybe his editing, his prom pictures were. And I'm gonna be using the JH42 to apply this with. It's like the tiniest brush. And I'm gonna start that right on the inner corner in the half cut crease. For that being just a little bit of shadow, that's a very bright white. Because this is a tiny brush. You can't really even get a whole lot of color on it. It's a nice soft glam. Like I feel like I need a turtleneck on with this look. I don't know why, but it just seems like a turtleneck should go with it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using the Morphe primer base again to cut the crease. It's not letting this pigment really show its true colors, I guess. We can't see its true colors shining through. I mean, it's still decent. It's not like it's not a bright white. It's just not as white as I know it could be, and I can still see the purple underneath because the primer was translucent. So now with my JH35 brush, I'm gonna take the shade Single right here. It's like the cool toned purple, I guess. And since I didn't take the white all the way into the shade Escape, there's still kind of a little bit of a gap there. So I'm gonna fill in that gap with the shade Single. So just taking the slightest bit, and I'm just gonna tap it on where the white and dark purple meet. Okay, I like that. It does have the cool tones at the bottom, but it kind of transitions and fades into the warm tones at the top. So it's got like a flow, you know? I'm just gonna tap into Flashback a little bit more, just to kind of re-intensify it and blend it into Single just a tiny bit. So I don't really want to lose its intensity. I really want to use this glittery purple color called Artistry. I want to use that as an inner corner highlight. I don't really know if it's a glitter or not, and I don't know if I need glitter glue. I guess I could just swatch it and find out. Oh my god, that is beautiful. This shade, oh my god. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So it doesn't need glitter glue at all. Ugh. Oh, I'm back. I'm gonna use the JH39, and we're gonna go into the shade Artistry right here. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And just boop that on my inner corner. But since I tap off so much excess, I'm gonna have to go in a few times. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. James, Morphe, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, it's so pretty. It's kind of subtle, but it's really pretty. Last, for the shadows, I'm gonna take my JH42 again, and we'll go into the same shade of Flashback and just pop that on my brow bone. Can definitely tell why they say not to use Shape Tape as your eyeshadow primer, because that's what I use to outline my brows, and it definitely doesn't lay down nearly as pigmented the first time on the Shape Tape. That's so pretty. I'm kind of living. And now with my JH43 little flat packer brush, I am gonna go back in to the shade Escape, the dark purple, and just pat that very, very close to my lower lash line. Oh wow. You know, I was gonna smoke that out, but I don't know if I am. I really, really like that like that. How many like that's do you like that? I'm an idiot. Do we like? I like. Alas, I do have to smoke it out. I just can't not, you know? Like, it's just weird if I don't. So going back in with my JH32 and back into Mary, we're gonna take a little bit of her and just smoke out that dark purple on my lower lash line. Now I'm not gonna like squash this brush to my face. I'm just gonna take like the tapered edge of it and just try to run that on my lower lash, because I don't want it to be super smoked out. You know, aside from why I already told you I created my channel, I also created my channel out of the fact of I didn't like where I saw where the beauty community was going and what the focus was, and rather than try and be mad about it and gripe at somebody, I figured why not just start my own channel and just do it how I want. I gotta say though, I'm a normal human being and I kind of live for the tea sometimes, but I feel like there's gotta be an even ratio of tea to tutorials, like at least half and half. Half tea, half tutorial. Maybe 75-25. Tutorial being 75. And I'm thinking a pencil liner and a wing and lashes. So I'm gonna do all that off camera so that you don't have to sit through me doing it. And I will be right back. And we're back. For you, that was no time at all. But for me, that was like about an hour, like 45 minutes-ish. It wasn't the eyeshadow's fault at all, but my felt tip liner decided it wanted to pick up all the eyeshadow and drag it around and peel and crack and so on and so forth. So I had to go back and kind of touch up a little bit, but I have my wings. they're there now, and lashes are on. With the lower lash line, I actually used a white eyeliner and went in with the purple shade Single and tapped it on top of the white liner, and that actually was really, really pretty and nice. I liked that. So the only thing left that I want to use in here is the highlight shade. I know I already have highlight on, but it's not this highlight, so I don't really, technically. So using my JH09, I am gonna go into this shade right here called Face. And I'm assuming it's like the highlight shade because it's the big pan and it looks like a highlighter. It's like icy and gives me chills. It's so pretty. This is such a dark look and I really like it. Ooh, I love this.
I'm so happy I have this palette.
Do you ever have the problem where you add highlighter and then you know it's not enough, like it's kind of dull, and then you add highlighter again and then it's really shiny and it blows your mind, but then it's too dull and it's not enough. So then you add highlighter again and then it's like way overboard shiny and then it's not enough and then you add more. I kind of live for that. Just highlight's so pretty. I mean, you can have like the face of the dude off the Goonies. Hey, you guys! And if you had highlighter on it, you're beautiful. What's his name? Wasn't it like Sloth or something? Sloth? I don't know. It's something weird like that, I know. Wow. I really, really like that highlighter. Oh, it's just perfect. Then again, I want to see how it looks on deeper skin. Okay, no more highlighter. I'm done with highlighter. Now I just need a lipstick. The lipstick is applied, or lip plumper, or whatever you want to call it. It warms my heart to open this palette. I'm not even kidding. It's like, I don't know. It's just so, I don't know. It's just so, you know? It's just so great. I'm gonna take my JH38 and go into the shade Ring Light. It's like a, I don't know, it reminds me of like vanilla cream, except with shimmer to it. And I'm gonna put that over my inner corner highlight of Artistry. Yes, that's what it's called. Just to kind of brighten it up even more. What do we think? The white on the inside or just the purple? I like the white. Yep. I like the white for sure. And last but not least, that's amazing. Okay, we are officially done with the Morphe X James Charles Palette review try on. I personally really like this. The colors were very pigmented and very creamy, and I didn't have any problem with them being like splotchy or anything. I will suggest not to cut your crease with Morphe primer, or really probably any kind of translucent primer. I would most likely use something with a tint. I think the Morphe eyelid primer worked really well for the initial base. I just think once I started building up texture, once I did the primer, the eyeshadow, then another layer of primer, it was just kind of too much and it didn't work as well to cut it with. So definitely go with something thinner, I would say, for a cut crease or to cut anything out to make cool designs. And not to mention the packaging as well. This is so sleek and so clean and nice, and this is beautiful. I remember watching this video, well, not this video specifically, but the video of the year in review 2017 look that he had done. Whenever this launch happened and this video came out with this look on it, him singing a cappella, that I literally got chills because that was so good. But all in all, guys, I think it's definitely worth the money. No doubt. And don't forget to use code James for 10% off. I know I did. And I also want to thank you guys so much. I know we're past 50 now, but I was really excited that we got to 50 subscribers. That was a big thing for me. It means you like me. You really like me. And I like you too. And for those of you who don't know, once we hit 100 subscribers, my boyfriend said I could do his makeup. And you have to understand, we are from like a tiny little town and he's just not a makeup wearing guy. he's not one of them, and I can make him be one of them for at least a video. So let's get to 100 for sure. And with the giveaway, remember to enter. It's be subscribed to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, check out my Instagram profile, and retweet the tweet with this video link in it, and I will tally up how many points each person has, and if we get to a tie on the top points, that's when it'll be randomly drawn. And I can only ship within the US. I'm so sorry, but I have to say that. because I gotta make sure everybody knows, because I'm broke. I don't have like millions of followers, so I gotta pay for that, and that'll get expensive. So US only, por favor, pretty please. Love you guys. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Everything is the same username, at ChristopherJMUA. And the most important part of coming to my channel is always remember and never forget, you're beautiful. Bye, sisters. Bye.